Solving a question on the topic loci, and the focus of the question of the video is to solve tangent and normal of an ellipse. But I'll briefly explain how to draw the ellipse using concentric circle method. Construct an ellipse whose major axis is 140 and minor axis 90 using concentric circle method. So how do you draw the concentric circle method? The minor axis is 90, so you're going to use a radius of 45 to draw a circle. Radius 45, that means diameter will be 90. Then draw another circle of radius 70, that's diameter 140. Diameter 140, like that. Then you divide it into 12 equal parts. Divide into 12 equal parts. I want to use the smaller circle, so I'll use the radius of the smaller circle. I'll stay here, I'll mark arc here and here. I'll come to this point, I'll mark arc here and here. Then I'll come to this point, I'll mark arc here and here. Then I'll come to the bottom, I'll mark arc here and here. I'll stay here to mark the last arc, 2 arcs. So I can now draw. Hey, there's a mistake, so I don't get confused, because I'm marking the arc on the bigger circle. Since I'm using the radius of the smaller circle, that means my arcs must be on the smaller circle. Sorry about that. So I'm taking the radius of the smaller circle. I'll stay on the smaller circle, mark arc here and here. I'll stay here, mark arc here and here. I'll stay here. I'm using the smaller circle, take note, here and here. And I'll stay here to mark it here and here. So I can now draw my circle passing through this point and extending it to touch the bigger circle. I'll take this one and I'll extend it out. I'll take this one and I'll extend it out. I'll take this one and I'll extend it out here. So that is. Now the next thing to do is to draw vertical line from this point where the radial lines are touching the bigger circle. Put your T square under and put your set square on it and drop a vertical line, vertical line, vertical line, vertical line. Then the one under, the vertical line will go upward like this, 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 this. So I'll put my T square here, I'll put my set square on it to draw the vertical line. Then for the smaller circle, where the radial line is intersecting the smaller circle, I'll draw horizontal line. I'll put my T square like this and I'll draw horizontal line here, horizontal line here, the same thing here, horizontal line. I'm extending to go and meet the vertical line that I earlier drawn. I extend this one here, I extend this one like this. This one will come this way and that way. So I have all my points for my ellipse. This point must touch the top of the minor axis. This point, then it must touch the end of the major axis like this, the end of the minor axis, this, the end of the major axis, like that. So I'll draw my, now use your French curve to connect your points. Let's see, these are my points. So that is my ellipse. That is my ellipse. Now the question now says that we should now draw a perpendicular, a tangent and normal to the ellipse at a point which is 45 degrees. To do that, you either use a 45-degree set square or use your protractor. If you want to use your protractor, put your protractor at the center like this and count 45. 45 will be somewhere around here now for me. But if you want to use your 45-degree set square directly, you just put your 45-degree set square on your T square and it will still give you the same line. So take it like that and you extend it until it touches the ellipse. It's touching the ellipse at this point. So that's our point of tangency. That's our point of tangency. So the next thing you're going to do is to determine the focal point. How do you determine the focal point? Again, you take the major axis. Major axis, remember the major axis is 140. So half of it is what you take. So you put your pin here and extend it to the end of the ellipse. So that will give you 70. That distance will be 70. So that distance that you are taking, you now come to the top of the minor axis like this and you draw an arc. You draw an arc like that. That's 70 that you have taken half of the major axis. You go to the minor axis and you draw the arc. So this place will be F1 and this one will be F2. The next thing we are going to do, you remember we have taken our point of tangency. We have taken it above because the question says 45 at a point 45 from the center of the ellipse. We have drawn at 45, and to the right hand side, this is right hand side, and top of the ellipse, so it is top. If it says bottom, you bring it down, that means your 45 will come like this. If it says to the left and to the bottom, that means it will come this way. It will be somewhere around here. If it says to the left and to the top, it will go somewhere around and it will be somewhere around here. But the question says to the top, to the right hand side of the ellipse. So that's why we are using this point. So you join the two focal point to that point of tangency like this, and this one too will also go like this. So to form a triangle, 1, 2, 3. Those are the three corners of the triangle. So this point here, at the point of tangency, you bisect that angle there. We construct an arc. It is intersecting the triangle at this point and this point. So use it to bisect it. You stay here, you mark arc. You stay here, you mark another arc. Then you draw the bisector, and that will be our normal. Then you now need to draw your tangent. To draw tangent, you have to draw a semicircle at the point of tangency. This is the point of tangency. So to the normal, you draw a semicircle on the normal like this. After you have drawn the semicircle, then you bisect it. You stay here, you mark arc. You stay on the other end, you mark another arc. Then you draw it. Let's say the arcs are meeting somewhere around there. Then you draw it to pass through the point of tangency, and that will be your tangent. So that's the solution to the question. So if you have enjoyed this video, do like the video, share the video, and subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. Thank you very much for watching. We'll meet in the next video.